In the last webinar, you said you speak more about the day in the life of Andromedans. Can you talk more about the Andromeda school system? Do children actually go to a place for school with other children, or is their education immersed with their life? What a great question to end with.
Okay, my understanding is that they don't sit in classrooms where they're bored. Yes, ma'am. They don't sit in classrooms where they're bored. Whatever they do, it's all hands-on and it's experiential, which includes parks and meadows. And, yes, ma'am. Oh, okay, thank you. I appreciate that. I won't be harassed until the person shows up.
We'll show
Yeah.
up to harass you in a few minutes. Okay,
You
so
know, to
great.
answer the question, from what I have seen, their education is experiential on all levels. They're not sit. I've never once seen them sitting in a classroom. Most of the children that I saw were being taught whatever their lessons were in a park area. If it has to do with space flight or machinery, they are there. They are part of the crew. They are working all hands on. They are free to ask any and all questions about anything. My understanding is that the children are taught everything that the parents know and more, because they understand that in order for the civilization to survive, they practice what is called the law of consistency. The youngest need to know what the oldest know so that there is no loss of knowledge, and that the future generations, they are taught to exceed beyond the older generations, and it is not thought of as a threat or as the idea of control. But again, their society is not like ours here on Earth. Okay, it's different. They have different protocols and different relationships. But and this I think would be very, very important when the mentoring comes in, so that we can understand, how can we change the things we do? If there are better ways, wouldn't we want to know? Of course we would. So, and that's the dealio. That's how that works. So, but I don't know specifically what the lessons were, because they were all she was talking to them telepathically, or he was their instructor was talking to them telepathically. I did not hear every single word. I wasn't privy to individual conversations at all. Pretty much Morine was in my head, watching my chains of thoughts and the processes and the emotions that I was going through, and seeing the things that were going on. Because, when I first got on board the ship, I didn't see a lot of things, because my mind, my subconscious, and my mind didn't recognize things. So there were things that I could see that I was familiar with, and other parts of it were just gray. I didn't know what was there. And over time, over a period of what I believe to be weeks, I began to see more and more and more as things came into focus, and I began to understand what it was that I was seeing. I was literally first grade. I was literally in first grade there. There were things that took me time to even see for the first time, because I had no way of knowing what it was prior to that experience.